morning, traders. Welcome to this week's Elliott Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. It's been a great week, and once again, the market has been pretty generous. We've had some really good trading opportunities in the last week that I will share shortly. Just a reminder, our course starts tomorrow, guys, the 13th of June. Our course starts. The timing is from 1800 GMT. We run for about 3 to 4 hours a day. If you're interested in the live course and you want to learn our method of trading, that is the Elliott Wave principle, you can subscribe for that course on our website. Our website is trading-waves.com. You can book for your course. We are currently in our last few days of the special on the full course as well as the advanced one-on-one special. So if you want to join us, you can purchase the course there. You'll get a fully recorded course immediately when you join. Then you can interact live with us from tomorrow. It's a 10-day course. So that means we spend the next 10 days together looking at the basics of the Elliott Wave principle, and you will see that we do not trade like any other institution that you've seen. That's why we say we wave differently. That is our tagline. All right. So those that keep visiting our website, you must have been benefiting, because for the last couple of weeks, our charts of the week have been spot on. And just to give you an indication, last week we had a chart of the week here, which was pound US dollar. Let's just have a look here on our chart of the week. So if you had come and visited our website, you would have gotten this chart for free. We posted this chart after our weekly outlook on Sunday last week, the 5th of June, and it has yielded some really good pips, just like we did the week before. Look at this, pound US dollar chart of the week. We were around 126. We are now around 123, already 300 to 400 pips down from the chart of the week. So if you've been watching and visiting the website, you would have got this chart. But if you want details as well as all the other charts, you can subscribe to our channel, because we update our charts every single day, Monday to Friday, before the London Open as well as during the New York session. We've got live trading room sessions Mondays to Fridays just before the start of the London session, so we can prepare you for the market open. All right, so let's get right into it. If you'd like to contact us, you can also do so by checking out the description of all our videos. Under the description of all our videos, you will find our contact details. Let's have a look at those contact details now. So if you open any of the videos, go to the description, you will find those contact details. That is the link to our website. I've already indicated, trading-waves.com. Our social media pages, Twitter and Facebook, you'll find there, as well as our Telegram group that is free, where we post any updates that we may have in the group. Right, so we can get right into it. We're going to start with the market recap. So the market recaps helps you understand how we view the market, how we execute our trades, and how we exit, so that you can have some kind of idea on how we look at the market. But if you want to learn how we do this, please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up if you like our content, and hit that bell notification button so that you get an alert the next time we upload a video. So let's get right into it. We use our Slack channel for communication with our members. If you'd like to contact us, so our members contact us via Slack. So we post these charts here on Slack. I just want to indicate for you. So these charts are all coming from Slack, and you'll see the dates here as we start with the market recap. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the market recap. What has transpired in the last week? As I've indicated, the first chart that we've posted was pound US dollar. What have we been saying over the last over the last 2 weeks? We've been saying that the market is in correction. It's giving us these three waves. We expect this three-wave pullback, but generally we are still bearish as far as pound US dollar is concerned. So this means that the DXY has been bullish over the last couple of weeks, and you will see as we go on. So look at this one. This was a chart of the week. So remember, I just gave you the chart of the week only on Sunday last week, but this was posted already back in May 17th. So back in May the 17th, we already knew that we're expecting a three-wave corrective structure so that we can get a move to the downside. So look how that plays out. Inch perfect as expected. We get our 329 moves from this level here, and then we get another 358 pips with the chart of the week from last Sunday. So you can imagine just over 700 pips already in just this one chart that we have shared here. That is pound US dollar that has been shared on our website. So let's have a look here on US dollar chief. Anybody, I would forgive anyone who would think that this was going to continue to the downside if you do not have an understanding of the Elliott wave principle and understanding of the cycles. So we knew that US dollar chief was not done with its cycle. Look at how we forecasted this year. We were looking for this one to continue to the upside. We're currently around 98 as far as US dollar chief is concerned. Look at this. So this from here, we forecasted that we're going to have another move to the upside. We're still expecting more upside. As you'll see, the DXY is still strong even this week as well. That's why we're expecting pound US dollar to move to the downside. Look at that. 328, 325 pips for our members. That was US dollar chief. Now, as it was the theme over the last 2 weeks that we have been on pullbacks, we've discussed these pullbacks the last 2 weeks and indicated that we're expecting the market to continue to the downside as we go on in the week. So look at this one here. Now, this is interesting. I'm going to spend a bit of time here on AUD US dollar so you can see. So have a look at this. So we've got AUD US dollar expecting a pullback and downside. Okay, so we've got 385 pips to the upside as expected in the 3 waves that we have expected. The 3 waves has played out and we are now looking for downside. So look at that, 385 pips to the upside and 248 pips to the downside. So already, again, another 700 pips there. As you can see, 600 pips more or less. That is on AUD US dollar. Now, I want to go to our website here so you can see that these forecasts are not just recent. So there is historical analysis on this. Let's have a look at the chart here on AUD US dollar. And all our charts are just like this. So how did we know that AUD US dollar was supposed to pull back and continue to the downside? I want you to have a look at this so you can have an appreciation of how we look at the market as well. All right, so this is AUD US dollar. Now, that is the latest chart. I want you to look at the daily chart here and check the date here on the 28th of April. So the 28th of April on AUD US dollar, what did we say? We said that this was going to come down, was going to push up, and was going to come down. All right. So already on the 28th of April. So look at what has happened here. I'm going to open the daily chart here. Let me go back to the daily chart. I hope you are following. Let's go to the daily chart on AUD US dollar so you can see what I was referring to. Let's go to the daily so you can have a look at that. Okay. So that is AUD. So as you can see, the forecast was that this was going to come down, this was going to pull back. These are the pullbacks that you've seen in the last week, and we expected this to continue to the downside. So even on the daily, we have this forecast. Now, I can tell you now that most people, almost 90% of the people can forecast this market correctly, but what they will not be able to get is to execute it correctly, to execute these pips correctly and take advantage of this. So some may even come here and sell here, and the market starts doing that to them, and you will wonder what has happened. So that was just to indicate to you where all of this comes from. Now you will see that it's exactly the same on New Zealand as well. So what is the expectation going forward is AUD US dollar. So we're still expecting maybe a bit of a pullback and continuation to the downside before the market starts any pullback. So let's continue with our recaps here. Let's go back here again and look now at New Zealand. So New Zealand is exactly the same. As you can see, the theme has been pullbacks, 1, 2, 3, expecting downside, and just like the rest, as you can see, inch perfect, it plays out 300 pips to the upside. Now in this case, instead of a 3-wave move, it gives you an 11 swing sequence, which we understand quite well, and then we've got this drop to the downside. So 300 up, 228 down, already 500 pips in just a few charts. That is in New Zealand. Again, I'm going to refer you back to the website so you can see where all these come from. We did not just focus this now. If you look at our New Zealand as well. So let's have a look here at New Zealand so you can see where that comes from. So this is New Zealand. So you can see on the daily where this forecast come from. So from way back in April, we already forecasted that this was going to come down, pull back, and come down. So let's have a look here. This is AUD New Zealand. Let's go to the daily chart again. So you can see here, that is on the daily. already on the 20th of April, that pullback that you've seen in the last 2 weeks, that has played out over the last month in May, and now we are looking for this drop. That's what we're taking advantage of. So we took advantage of the pullback, and now we're taking advantage of the move to the downside. So let's have a look here at how this one has played out. Let's go to the live chart on New Zealand, so you can see again. Also on the daily, that is what I was trying to show you here. Let me just switch off here so you can get all of that off. So this is the pullback that we've been talking about. You've seen it on the daily. We're looking for this one to come to the downside. And as you've seen here, that is the number of pips that this has made, 300 up and 228 to the downside. Now, all of these our members get beforehand. Now, this one, let's spend a bit of time here as well so you can get an understanding, because again, a lot of people get this one wrong, and I get inboxes, people asking what is the next move, and they're showing me their charts looking for upside, and I can just see that there is no clear understanding of the sequences and the cycles, and that is what we look at. Over and above the special indicator that we use the sequence here and the cycle. So what was the cycle telling us? The cycle was telling us that we're going to have a pullback, we're going to have a move down, and we're going to have a push to the upside. Now look at this. We update our members every step of the way. Let's have a look here. What is the next move? What happened here afterwards? Let's just go look at it again. So that was a US dollar CAD. Let's go back again. So that is the move. That was the forecast. So this, as expected, look at that. It goes up, it comes down as expected. What did we expect before? We expected it to go up and come down. So that move has already happened. Now we've got that has played out. So we are updating our members that we are just a few pips away from the popular blue box. So we know that this is a high probable area for a reversal in the blue box on a US dollar CAD. Look at that. Right. So let's see how that plays out. So we get into the blue box. Now there is no doubt that this is going now to get a push to the upside as expected. It has already played, remember, 1, 2, 3. The third move, that is what we're expecting. And indeed, the third move plays out, and we've got 299 pips to the upside, 379 to the downside, already 680 pips, 670 pips down and up. And we're still expecting US dollar CAD to push to the upside. I showed you an alternative that could have played out. I'll show you again this week what I showed you on US dollar CAD last week. All right, so that is US dollar CAD. Let's continue with the rest. So you've seen how that one has played out. Now look at this interesting one again. 3 updates on this one. This one was looking for we're looking for 3 waves to the downside. We're looking for a blue box area here and for a move to the upside. So you can see down, up, not just one move that we focus. So you see here, it's coming down, and we're still saying we are not expecting a reversal. Even though it is coming down, we're expecting it to go into the blue box and make a reversal. Now look at how this plays out. We get into the blue box as expected, 450 pips into the blue box. Well, we're in the blue box, we update our members, and easy, almost 1,000 pips. Now in total, just one chart from the 11th of June. So this is actually the latest chart. So from let's just show you here, from May up until this point, already 1,300 pips. All right, 1,400 pips in just a single chart. Audi US dollar. That is what the yen pairs have been providing. It has been a free flow of pips on the yen pairs. Look at that one. Down here, 450 and almost 1,000 pips to the upside. We're still expecting more upside now. You are too late if you're going to come here and buy here. You will need to wait for another confirmation. That is Audi yen. Now look at New Zealand, exactly the same. Now count the number of pips again. How do we know that we're going to have a blue box here? So we're looking for a blue box here and a move to the upside. Look at the next update here, exactly as forecasted. We are close to the blue box, and we're telling our members we are close now. Get ready, anticipate the market, do not chase it. If you try to buy at this level now after 736 pips, you are late. You are chasing the market. So here we were waiting. That is anticipation, and that is how you should be trading. You should not be trading anxiously and chasing the market. So look at that, 369 pips to the downside, 736 to the upside, already 1,100 pips in just a single chart. The expectation is still for a continuation to the upside in this week, but if you buy now, you are late. Look at that. This is now a platinum commodities. We showed that this has already made 1, 2, 3 complex B correction here. As you can see, we're looking for this one to come up into the blue box and come down into to the downside. So that was a free one. because you can see a clear corrective structure. Look at that, into the blue box, and we drop on platinum. This, we have not put in the number of points yet because we're still expecting it to continue to the downside. That is platinum. So the cryptocurrencies, those that are interested in the cryptos, you can check this out on our next crypto video. Look at our crypto video. This is Bitcoin. So this chart we posted on the beginning of April, the 3rd of April, as you can see, that we were looking for this to make a move to the downside, almost around 20,000. This was April, almost to around 20,000. Can we get to that level as far as Bitcoin is concerned? We've already dropped 22,000 case. We've tested 25,000. We're very close to the 20,000. In any case, this is how Bitcoin has played out, and I will update that during the crypto session. So that is Bitcoin. As you can see, 22,000 move as well. Last week in the crypto video, we've already also updated and indicated why we still expect the crypto market to continue as low as 20,000, and we'll be doing that as we go. So I'm not going to go through the rest of the crypto card charts. You'll go check out Ethereum as well as Litecoin in the crypto video. All right, so that is the recap. So guys, if you like our content and how we do things, you can subscribe to our channel if you've not already done so. Like our content, give us a thumbs up, and hit that bell notification button so you get an alert the next time we upload these videos. We upload every week on Sundays. All right, so let's get right into what we expect going into the new week. So you've already seen most of these charts, so let's just go through them one by one. Right now, the DXY, we're still expecting the DXY to continue pushing to the upside. So even after this pullback, we still expect the DXY to continue to the upside. As you have seen here, if I show you here on the website, let's just go to the website quickly on this on the euro and the DXY. Let's have a look here on the euro so you'll understand why we're expecting the DXY to continue pushing to the upside. Let's have a look at the euro first. Then we'll come to the DXY. Look at them both. Right, so the euro, just like we expected pound US dollar to come down, the euro, we expected it to go to the downside as well. So we are in this yellow wave 4. As I've indicated last week, we are in this yellow wave 4. We're expecting it to complete this wave 5 to the downside. So that is why we have been bearish the euro. Even when it was making the 3-wave pullback, we expected that it was just going to be that a 3-wave pullback and a continuation to the downside. And as I've been indicating for weeks, look at the date here, February 20 on euro US dollar. Look at that date here, February 20 this year. We have been on around 133 on the euro. We're currently almost on 120, almost 1,000 pip drop here on the euro as well. We already tested around 105. That is on the daily chart. So that's why it does not matter to us whether you've got the NFP, whether you've got the FOMC, whatever news event or fundamental comes up, the technical is telling us downside, and that is what we trade. That is the sequence, that is the cycle. That's what we trade on the euro. And we have been bearish the euro and bullish the DXY over the last couple of weeks. Let's have a look at the DXY now. So the DXY is just the opposite or the inverse of what the euro is doing. Let's have a look at the DXY. Okay, obviously, as I've indicated already, this is the DXY. Where does that come from? Again, from the 20th of February, we have been bullish the DXY. So like I said, the dollar index has been strong, so the US dollar has been strong. So we've just been looking for this to continue pushing to the upside. We've already reached, I think, around 110 here. As we will check here on the live chart. Let's just look at it on the live chart here. We've already touched 105. So we're expecting it to go as high as 110 even, because we are looking for this to complete this cycle. Let me just get to the correct cycle here on the DXY. Let's get the live chart here. We're looking for it to continue to as far as around 110. Let's clear this. So as you can see, we are bullish here on the 4-hour. That is a wave 4 in the blue degree. We're still expecting it to continue pushing to the upside. That is the expectation on the euro and the DXY. Bullish the DXY, bearish US dollar, euro US dollar. So as you can see here, so that is the expectation here. So like I said, if you're coming to buy here now, you are too late. You need to wait for a clear entry on both the DXY or the euro, depending on which one you prefer to trade. Right, pound US dollar, we've already gone through this one. because our trade of the week is playing out well. We're expecting it to continue to even break this previous low here to around this level. Let's have a look at pound US dollar as well, so just so you can get an idea. So these are the ones that I like to show you because they are very detailed. Let's have a look here at all the charts here. Now, pound US dollar. Have a look at this daily chart. I want you to see this daily chart. This is a 1 hour chart. This is just in the last week. So these 3 pips are just in the last week, but the forecast, look at that. From March the 30th, we already expected pound to drop from around 130 all the way down. We're already around 123. That is about that's around the 700 pips on pound US dollar already. Now, where does that come from? It comes from this structure. This is the way forward that we're expecting on that chart there. So let me just show you here on the weekly. I'm trying to show you the weekly chart here. Let's see here if I can get it right. So I just need to get it right here on the weekly chart. Let me get you the weekly chart. There we go. So look at that. That is the full focus for the next 5 to 10 years, what we expect, next 5 years rather, on pound. So we're still expecting pound to come down, to pull back up and to come down. But that's all on the cycles that we're looking at. So for now, from March, this is the latest update from March. We're expecting this to continue to the downside. Those that have been following us for a couple of years will know that when we were here, we expected pound to come up here and drop. So I'm not going to talk about that now. So let's just look at pound is bearish in the next coming week, and that is the expectation. All right, so look for any pullbacks on pound. So there is a possibility for it to come here and do that and continue to the downside, but we're not worried about that. So for now, the focus is just for pound US dollar to continue to the downside as per the trade of the week of last week. So look out on the website for our trade of the week again, if you're interested in that. Right. So pound CAD, I showed you this structure last week and how we focused on this structure a couple of weeks back. So there was also a possibility that pound rather US dollar CAD can give us a structure like this before pushing to the upside. Okay, so that is not played out, and when we got to this level, we're expecting this one to push to the upside. That's how we got those 600 pips here, rather 300 pips, if I'm not mistaken, on US dollar CAD. You can check that. So that was the expectation. So this may still play out. If we are currently here, there's still a possibility for this to come down the same way that this has come down, but all that to be confirmed by the special indicator. So that let's see how this plays out. So that's all a possibility. Look at that complex one here, beautiful structure here. It's almost like a textbook here on US dollar CAD. So it will be interesting to see how that plays out. But for now, just look at what happens around this level. All right, that is US dollar CAD, US dollar CHF. You've already seen how we focused the move to the upside. Okay, so if we forecasted this one here to reverse from here, expect this one with the DXY to continue pushing to the upside in the week. Audi US dollar, you've already seen this one as well during the trade recaps, the 3-wave structure here. We're coming down. Expect this to continue to the downside, at least back to this level. Let's see what happens here. There's a possibility for this to continue down there or to just pull back and continue to the downside. Either way, it will still be within the structure and the cycle. Nothing would have changed. And the New Zealand US dollar, it's exactly the same here as forecasted. You can see the pullback we already got, as I've indicated during the trade recaps. We're still expecting this to continue downside. There is a possibility that this one does this, comes down here and continues like that, or it can just, we'll see when it gets to this level, or it can continue like that. So let's see how that plays out. Either way, it will still be within the cycle and the structure will still be intact. US dollar ZAR, pretty interesting. It's a very interesting structure playing out on US dollar ZAR. You can see here there are 3 waves to the upside, 3 waves back. We may have another 3 waves to the upside here. As you've seen, the DXY is strong, so we expect the US dollar ZAR to be strong and to follow US dollar CAD as well. Look at that 3 waves. Look at these 3 waves with the complex P there. Look at that. This one here, a very nice possible WXY here on US dollar ZAR, WXY structure, double combination there, rather WX1 or WXZ. So the expectation is for US dollar ZAR to continue pushing to the upside after that. Okay, so that is that US dollar JPY. The yen pairs, as much as they may still push to the upside, they are almost at the end of their moves. Let's go to the weekly on this one so you can see what I'm referring to. US dollar, rather pound yen. Very likely that we're going to start seeing a reversal at current level. So We're looking for this one to do this and the drop. But most of the yen pairs, as much as we're looking for them to push to the downside, we're expecting at least just a slight move to the upside and then a drop. Okay, so that is what we have here. So what would be the reason behind that? It is because pound yen, we're looking for it to be making an expanding flat and for it to continue to the downside like that. So there's a possibility for that structure, and for this to start dropping. Okay, you've already seen pound US dollar has already done that. Okay, has already got that. It's ahead, it's leading. Okay, pound yen is lagging. So look at that, pound yen has already done this, rather pound US dollar has already done this. We expect pound yen to do this. Now the important thing here is the timing. Okay, when this confirms the downside here, as you've seen here in the last week, we've seen just this pullback, and that could be very misleading. That move to the downside that you've seen last week does not mean anything up to this stage. This does not mean anything, and we could be getting that pound yen makes one more move to the upside before the drop. And that is the theme for the yen pairs. They've all done these pullbacks, and I'm expecting that they will make one more move to the upside before pulling back. Let's go run through all the yen pairs, expecting the same thing there. So that is a pound yen, US dollar yen. Again, also expecting that this will pay out one more up and then downside, but don't worry about downside so far. It's not yet been confirmed so far. Pound, rather yen pairs, expect them to push slightly up higher. So we may see 136, 137 on the US dollar yen, even though we're expecting a reversal. Rather the same thing with the euro yen, expecting that this one has made a pullback. We can see one more move to the upside before coming down. So this is making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before the reversal. So we'll be watching this. Where does that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 come from? That's all in the cycle from historical data all the way down to the 4-hour where we are now. So we'll be looking for one more move to the upside. Let's see how that confirms. Chief yen, the same, has got a pullback. Chief yen is a 3-wave pullback here. 1, 2, 3. We'll be expecting a continuation to the upside, starting with the 1, 2, 3, 4, looking for the 5th one here. Okay, so again, guys, I need to caution, this is not the Elliott wave theory to just come here and label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That structure comes from historical data. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is part of a long analysis. This is only the front end, what you're seeing here. So don't go and look at just one legs of the swings and start putting in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Here again, another 5th wave that we're expecting before any reversal on AUD yen. Let's see how that plays out in the week. New Zealand, the same, expecting the 5th leg here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Expect the 5th leg here to continue to the upside in the next week. CAD yen, the same. We've got a pullback. We're expecting this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another leg to the upside. That is the expectation on the yen pairs. Okay, stay tuned on our social media platforms. We'll be posting some of these up here, so you can see how this is playing out. Rather, now this is gold. So gold is pretty interesting. We've been looking for gold to drop from making this 1, 2, 3. We've been expecting this, but as you can see, it's making now a complex 1, 1, 2, clear 3 here. So we're expecting this one to do that and this. So the expectation is for gold, even if it's going to pull back here to come up like that, the same way that this one has done this, the same way that this has done this, and pretty clear WXY structure to around this level, and we'll see gold drop again. So that is what we have here on gold, looking for a continuation to the downside. Okay, so let's see how that plays out on gold. With the US dollar being strong, that's why we're expecting gold to push to the downside. Now silver has got 2 alternatives, but because we're expecting gold to push to the upside, we'll go with the second alternative. Let me show you the first alternative, the one that we may not go with. The first alternative is that we've got 1, 2, 3, and this is done, and we're going to see downside. Second alternative, which makes sense because gold is already making the same move, is that this is a 1, 2, and a 3 here, and then we start dropping. So now this one makes sense because it correlates well with gold, because then you would have had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then we get that drop that we're expecting. A nice WXY corrective structure here on silver. So let's keep an eye on this. Silver, rather platinum, you've already seen how we focused at the downside. Even if we do see the pullback here on platinum, 1, 2, 3, we're still expecting platinum to drop like that. You saw how we focused at this one, how we got this one from the blue box here. We had the blue box here during our trade recap. We can look at the trade recap again so that we can have a structure like this. Complex B, 3 waves there, then the drop. Expect a corrective structure here before the drop. That is platinum. Brent crude oil, let's have a look at Brent crude oil. Brent crude oil, can we start the reversal here on Brent crude oil? It will be interesting to see that, because that will make such a interesting structure here on Brent crude. You've got one, we've got two here, and what we're seeing here on Brent crude oil is that we're getting what looks like another 1, 2, 3 wave structure here, that we can get the drop here like that. So I'm expecting a drop here on Brent crude oil. Let's see here if it's going to confirm and get us. If we get this structure, we should still get another one up here before we get a move to the upside. I'll explain this in the next week, how this is playing out, but I'll start anticipating the reversal. Let's check if there is divergence on the RSI. So divergence on the RSI, very strong divergence here. You can see here, this is making a new high, this is making a new low. So likely that we can start seeing oil come back to around this level, but that will not mean the reversal of oil is just playing out this corrective structure. All right, so let's watch that in the next coming week. That is Brent crude oil. Let's have a look at the rest. Now, pound AUD, let's have a look here at pound AUD. Now, I want to go to pound AUD so you can see the structure here. So let's have a look here at pound AUD. So pound AUD, we've got this 3-wave pullback, 1, 2, 3 wave structure here that looks like we're going to make a move to the downside here. Okay, so let's just watch that one out for now. That is pound AUD. Pound New Zealand. All right, so pound New Zealand, this structure, this is a 3-wave move to the upside, which could be playing out like this, running flat there. That's a move. That's a move. We could see this come around this level and the drop. Okay, right. So that is pound New Zealand. There's that possibility. Let's see how that plays out. We'll be waiting for that confirmation. If that is not the case, we may have had this one having completed already with that 3 waves here, and we start dropping. But let's see which one plays out. For now, you can stay away from that one. Pound CAD, let me show you the structure here on the website and where this comes from. I need to show you this from the daily, because this has already made over 1,000 pips to the downside since the forecast. Okay, so I want you to see how we forecasted pound CAD from here. Look at that, from here. So let's check here from there to where we are currently. That forecast on pound CAD has just been selling 1,500 almost pips to the downside. Now, I'm not just paying lip service to this. Let's have a look at how we forecasted this. And again, we'll go to the website. Let's see what our members saw already in the beginning of this year. Let's go to pound CAD. Let's go to pound CAD. We go to pound pairs, pound CAD. Let's see. Look at the daily chart on pound CAD. You see what I'm talking about? That is the move that I'm referring to here. We focused that it was going to come around here, around 160. We're already around this level here now, but we're anticipating that this is going to be the reversal. This has already dropped by this move now here by over 1,500 pips. Now we're anticipating that reversal. Is it going to come? We wait for that confirmation. But that is a pound CAD. That was the forecast. Let me just open it up clearly so you can see here. So you can see here again, I want to zoom in. So you can see where there was 172, we're currently at about 157. That's why it's already 1,500 pips. So we have been selling pound CAD since. So this is the area here. Let me just show you here. This is where we sold pound CAD. Let me just remove the new one here. So this is it here. So when you know the direction, when you understand the direction, in the last month in May, we saw this one play out, this corrective structure, and showing us a move to the downside. And that's already 1,000 pips. Even when this was happening, you could see that this is a corrective structure. We're going to see continuation to the downside. So what do we expect now? Still continuation to the downside until we see signs of reversal. There are no signs of reversal as yet. So we're going to keep selling it as it gives us those opportunities. Even now, we are seeing that we've got this. But again, If you want to sell this one now, you are late because this is starting to build up for more upside. We may start getting the reversal. When that confirms, then we'll start selling that. Pound CHF, let's switch this off for you. So pound CHF has made a pullback. I'm expecting pound CHF to continue to the downside. We've got this three-wave pullback here. We've got this one doing that. So this may continue to the downside. It is still bearish. No signs of reversal on pound CHF. We've been bearish pound CHF. We've been bearish euro CHF for a while now. Euro pound. Okay, so euro pound, let's have a look at the daily. So euro pound may have started a move to the upside. We may start seeing a continuation to the upside here. So let's watch around this area. We may start seeing this one continue to the upside. Okay, there is a view on this. I may show you this week, next week, why we anticipate that may start a move to the upside. So for now, just look out for this. It's still messy and it's going up correctively, so you don't really want to trade this, even though we know that the direction is upside. You must know which to trade and which not to trade. Okay, EURAUD as well is showing us a corrective structure to the upside. These are three waves to the upside, three waves back. So we may see EURAUD come around this level with another three waves here as well. So let's see what we get here. But this is still bearish. That is EURAUD still looking upside. Let's have a look at Euro New Zealand as well. Euro New Zealand also showing a move to the upside. This is actually three wave to the upside, expanding flat corrective structure. We may see Euro New Zealand push to the upside in the next week, but it's also a possibility for this to give us a deeper corrective structure here like that before pushing to the upside. But let's watch this corrective structure. When it's confirmed, then we'll look to trade that. EURCAD, just like pound CAD, has been on a downtrend ever since. Even when this was the structure last month in May, we're just looking for this one to continue to the downside. Look out for this one to continue to the downside. It's too late to be selling this now. They've been on a downtrend for a while. So you want to trade or sell when there are deeper corrective structure or bigger corrective structures. So this was just a bit too small for me to be looking at a new trade here. So let's see here if we're going to see continuation to the downside in the next week. Not one to be trading. Okay, right. So EURJPY. So EURJPY looks to have completed these three waves here. Looks to be building a complex B correction here as follows. We've got three waves down here, three waves up. We may be coming down with this move here on EURJPY. Let's have a look at EURJPY going down there. Okay, right. So that's what we have on the euros. Audi New Zealand was our chart of the week last week, right? So you should have gotten this 170 pips from here, the blue box, to around this level. Now we are expecting a pullback and a continuation to the upside on Audi New Zealand. All right, so that's what we have on Audi New Zealand. Three waves already played out, 170 pips played out around this level. We're going to see another move to the upside. I'm not going to show you the details this week as to why we're expecting that pullback. Let's wait for that pullback, then we will update. AUDCAD. AUDCAD, we've got a move here. We're expecting that this may actually make a structure like this before coming down. So it looks like we may take this level here. If we take this level here, it's still the same, confirming that we're going to have more downside on the Audi. Even if you see this coming down, pulling back up, we'll look to sell around this area. Still bearish. AUDCAD. AUDJPY, the same, has made what looks like a corrective structure. We're looking for this one to be making a move here like that for upside. Looks like we may start seeing this one doing this here. So let's wait for it to come down around this level. The move may start from around this level, which would have meant that this is the three waves. That is the move. That is the start of the move to the upside. We're pulling back and then we start making a move to the upside. So let's wait for it to come around this level. Then we'll make a decision there. That is AUDJPY. Right, so that's AUDJPY. Those are the crosses. There's still New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD as well, still looking downside here, can come and take this low here, pull back around this level and give us a continuation to the downside. Either way, if it does not come down first, we can come back around this level and still come down, or we can just come here. So you can see there are already three alternatives on that. So we'll wait for this one to give us a confirmation here, because if it breaks lower here, we're going to see more downside. So that one we'll stay away from for now, because it's got too many alternatives. We'll wait for confirmation on that one. All right, so New Zealand CHF, just like Euro CHF, Pound CHF, the CHF pairs mostly are bearish. right? Except for USDCHF, of course. So we've got this one here, looking for this one to come down here after this WXY corrective structure here. Let's see how we get that one to the downside. Right, lastly on the Forex pairs and the commodities, so we have got CADJPY. So CADJPY is only simply pulling back. We should still see this one continuing to push to the upside. Whether we push from here or we make a pull back here first, we'll be watching that for upside. Still bullish on CADJPY. Right, let's go to the indices. Right, S&P 500. So the S&P 500 last week, we anticipated this move from the blue box, whether it's going to make a move to the upside here after making this 1, 2, 3. Looks like we're still bearish here on S&P 500. So looks like that is not yet complete. You can see we've got 3 waves down, we've got 3 waves up here. So we may still be getting another 3 waves to the downside, which is going to make a structure like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we're going to get a reversal there on the S&P 500. So far, we're looking for this one to come down around this level. We'll focus the blue box around that area for more upside. It's actually in the blue box now, but nothing wrong with it. Retesting the blue box. Let's have a look at the DXY. Same thing here on the DXY, 3 waves down, but looks like it is not ready for a move to the downside, to the upside yet. 3 down, 3 up. We may be getting another 3 down as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Possibly we're already on the blue box. Can we have this one as a WXY structure? Let's wait for this one to come down here, then we'll decide. All right, that is the Dow Jones Industrial Transportation, exactly the same. It's simply just the same structure. You've got 1, we've got 2, you've got this one making a 3. We'll be looking for this one to come down and see if we're going to get a reversal there, and we'll be looking for that structure. Okay, the NASDAQ is making a nice ABC corrective structure. Looks like this is not done yet. It's going to give us the last one here to give us 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just take this one off here. So this one will be giving us 5 waves here. We need to use a different color. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we start looking to see if we're going to have a reversal around that level on the NASDAQ. All right, that is the NASDAQ. Let's look at the rest here. UK 100, last week we expected it to continue pushing to the upside, but instead it looks like it's going to make a flat here. Have a look at that flat here. So this is the expectation. We were looking at this one to be making a move to the upside here with this move here. So it has instead just gone and made 3 waves. We're coming down with an impulse. Makes sense for a regular flat. So let's see if we're going to get a continuation to the upside around 7,200 on the UK 100 for more upside. Right, the DAX is doing the same thing. Did not go as we expected it. We actually expected this one to continue pushing to the upside like that, but instead it has just broken up here and it's coming down for this move. Looks like it's making 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're looking for this one to make another 1, 2, 3 to around this level. Let's see what's going to happen to around that level on the DAY rather, the DAX. Right, Nikkei. The Nikkei is pushing to the upside, has made this 3-wave structure. Could the Nikkei come down here for a regular flat? There's a possibility, and make another move like that. Okay, so the anticipation is that there's a possibility that the Nikkei can come down from current levels and come and retest this level. Let's watch it in the next week and see how that plays out. All right, so lastly on the indices, you've got the Nifty. The Nifty has already made the 3 waves here. The pullback here looks like we're going to make another 3 waves here, and this is what we're expecting here with 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We already have 1, 2, 3 WXY structure on the Nikkei, so expect this one to play out here. One more down, we'll expect a move to the upside. So we'll be watching that for confirmation. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you for this week. If you like our content, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification button so you can get a notification the next time we upload a video. Do not forget our course starts tomorrow. 1800 GMT we start. You are not too late. If you're not already subscribed, you can still join us before the course starts tomorrow. Live course for 10 days. We spend the next 10 days together looking at the basics and the advanced principles of the Elliott wave theory. Have a great week, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.